Happy Wednesday, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Dating Diaries. I am your host, Christal Jordan, and of course, this is my co-host, Scorpio Moe.
What's up, world? What's up? What up?
Man, we had a good time last week. We had a good time.
Oh, doing this. Oh,
yes.
Yeah. Oh, I thought something else happened. My bad. Yeah, we did.
No.
I thought something else might happen. My
bad. Here we go again. Mo is already on the BS. Already on.
My bad. I didn't forget, but okay.
We had a good time.
Yes, we did.
What's up, C-Dub? Yeah. So we first of all, let's do what we always do. Let's go ahead and do a roll call. Who is in the building? Where are you watching from? Let us know if you are watching on Facebook or if you are on IG. Where are you at? Where are you watching from? Hopefully, if this is, I'm trying to make sure that we are able to stream, that we're streaming on all of those. Okay, we're good. We're on Facebook. What's up, Facebook?
What up, Facebook?
Yeah, we are.
Shout out to all the old people on Facebook.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? And how old are you?
That's what the kids say. That's what the kids say.
So you would be the age of the people on Facebook, correct? Yes.
First of all, let's be clear. I do not have a Facebook account.
Yes, but I mean,
no, I would.
Okay, I'm just saying. Let's don't do that. Let's don't do it.
The kids say it ain't cool, so that ain't the reason why I got rid of it. But that's
and we know you're cool. We know you are.
No. But I'm just saying that's what the kids say.
That's why you have on shades tonight, because it's so cool. You were too cool for school. That was my nickname for you. Don't do that. You have on shades. Why do you have
shades on every time I'm on here?
Not maybe every time.
Maybe for the exception of 2 times.
All right. Oh. There go the balloons. Hello, Delphin. Welcome, Kim from Modesto, California. Welcome, Lisa from Tennessee. Tamara from ATL. Chi-Town in the building, Arkansas. You guys come on in and let's get into this conversation. First of all, now, if you are watching tonight and you have a dating dilemma or a disaster, you are welcome to come on and chat with us tonight. I'm going to put the link in the chat. I'm going to do it right now.
Yes.
I'm going to get the link for the chat. And let's you know what, we always start with ours. So I want to talk a little bit about dating disasters, but I pulled a clip because you guys know we also recap the Never Ever Mets, and we're going to do Love and Marriage Huntsville. But right now, we're going to do Never Ever Mets on Friday, right? And so this show is about dating. And I want to play this clip because because I think it can lend into a theme for tonight's dating dilemmas. You ready for that?
I'm ready.
Now, last week you did have a date, and I want to talk. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about all that. But first of all, let's watch this clip from the Never Ever Mets, and then let's talk about what do you do when you're dating someone and they show a little bit of jealousy.
If you were to touch a guy on the shoulder because you're laughing, that does not matter to me. That doesn't mean that you like the guy or you're flirting with him. Jody, come here, please. Because you're being annoying with that crap. That jealousy crap. I don't like people who are jealous for no reason.
I'm thinking that we got past the drama, but it seems like Cynthia is very uncomfortable the way that I communicate in person. It's not anything sexual or anything flirty or anything malicious.
So apparently me and you have something going on because me and you have the strongest male and female connection besides me and her. As a friend, have I ever tried to ever come flirt with you, touch you inappropriately? No, like, yo, this is ridiculous, bro. Man, like, what are we, kids? It's like, I feel like I'm in a room with a whole bunch of children.
Seeing Chris and Jody interact makes people feel like, oh no, they gotta like each other. It has to be something. And it really doesn't. It's as simple as I like this person, I want to be their friend.
The way you interact with each other and the way you interact with him is weird. And I mean, all of this thing makes me feel uncomfortable.
All right.
All right. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go ahead, but you guys, the link is there in the chat. I'm gonna put it up here again. I wish I could pin this like on Instagram, but the link is in the chat. I'm gonna go over to Facebook and make sure the link is in the comment section if you want to join. If you have a dating disaster, don't be shy. If you want to come on without your video, we don't recommend it, but we're okay with it. So join us if you are able to tonight. Okay, take it away, Mo. What do you say about that clip?
First of all, LBC, stay out of it. We're gonna start there. As far as I'm concerned, this has nothing to do with you.
It really didn't.
But you know what? I've seen this before.
Okay.
I've seen this before. I know people who use terms of endearment as casual greetings or casual conversation.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Now, depending on what part of the country you're from or wherever you are geographically, it can look a certain way, right?
Right.
Like for instance, a lot of people in the Boston, all my Bostonians, people in Boston, that area, happen to use the term sweetheart. Very carelessly, right?
They do.
Now you take that somewhere else, and it's just like, but here's the thing: they know what they're doing, but at the same time, it's normal where they're from. And the reason why I say that is because I had a homeboy who was like, yeah, I say that because I know it makes the women smile, right? And he's from that area. You know the homeboy. But at the same time, he did it to a joint I was talking to.
Oh, so he made her feel special.
You see what I'm saying? So I was like, do I address it? Because he just told me he says it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And if I say something, he's either going to play stupid or he going to be like he didn't, you know what I'm saying? But he told me he says that. And he said that to her. And I'm just like, I never said anything, but it was just always in the back of my mind. But I know people that do that, or like my father and them generation, right? I'll give you an example. In New York, the older generation will be in their 70s and 80s right now. They have what's some in their 60s. They have they would say darling.
That
Denzel says that. Your people. Hey, darling. Hey, now, to someone that's not used to that, that could be like, hey man, don't be calling my woman. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying that an excuse for this, but I'm just using that as an example of, like, if people aren't used to people carrying themselves that way, it could come across flirty.
Well, yeah, I agree. I think that what is irritating about this situation and this clip is, first of all, don't ever call another girl and tell her about our conversation and try to make me look stupid in front of her. He basically just demeaned her. That is like the number one thing that is insulting in a relationship. Your partner should never embarrass you in front of someone else, right? That's a problem. So I don't like the fact that he called her. He was like, "This is stupid, yo." And then, "Oh, I guess you and I are got something going on," because then he says, "We have the strongest connection between any guy or girl here that besides her and I."
You didn't have to say that part. Yeah.
That was wild. That was wild. So he basically confirmed the fact that outside of Sandia, he really did have a connection with Jody, right?
Right.
Then why is Jody rubbing her hair like that? I didn't like that. I was just like, they try to make it seem like she was just this delusional little young, just a naive, delusional chick. I did not like that. I thought that. Did you notice that she was stroking her braids?
I didn't. I did. You picked up on it, and I believe it to be true.
Yeah, she was stroking her braids, but he's out of line. And I saw someone said Sandia is basically her red flags are going off. She needs to pay attention to them. He embarrassed her. I do agree with you. The LBC needs to stay out of it. I don't even understand why he was talking. He needs to take himself out of it. He ought to be insulted. He ought to be insulted, but he doesn't have the sense enough to be insulted. Or maybe he wants Chris to flirt with him too. I don't know. Oh no. But I didn't like that at all. And I felt bad for Sandia because I feel like basically Chris made it seem like him and Jody were teamed up saying how stupid she was, right? You don't ever do that. Like he
made it even worse.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. We should have a conversation. You don't ever go get another girl and show her how stupid I'm being in front, like
especially the girl. You know what I'm saying?
Right. On top of that, and then acknowledge that you do have a connection with her. And Danielle says she was trying to be distracting as if she was her friend by touching her hair. True, but that was, to me, it was very condescending. Like, girl, just calm down. Me and your man have a connection.
Oh, so she's touching her hair.
You gotta look at it. You gotta see.
If you were to touch a guy on the shoulder because you're laughing, that does not matter to me. That doesn't mean that you like the guy or you're flirting with him. Jody, come here, please. Because you're being annoying with that crap. That jealousy crap. I don't like people who are jealous for no reason.
I'm thinking that we got past the drama, but it seems like Cynthia is very...
It's weird. And all of this thing makes me feel uncomfortable.
Did you see it?
Yeah, she was kind of petting her. Listen, that would have made me... She lucky... because you know what I'm saying, if you already irritated with
that's the wrong girl, that would go wrong.
And then the enemy or with the other side is touching, like that could have
went really wrong. The wrong chick, because she said you the way you guys are interacting is disrespectful, and then she was just I didn't like. But yeah, he said you're annoying, yo. He called her annoying. Like, he's out of pocket. I want this show to stop. I just want this show to be over. But anyway, let's get back to Dating Diaries. So I wanted to show that because of the fact of, I wondered if anybody out there has ever had a person get jealous on a date. So I have a story. I went on, this was not a first date. It probably was like a second or third date. I went to the gym. I went on a date to the gym with this guy. Now, this was his gym, right? Are you having a problem?
I'm listening. I just never heard the story a date in the gym. But
I thought it was a cute idea. So
I noticed how you put it was his gym. I like how you did that.
Yeah, it was his gym. That's important to the story. So he went to this gym all the time. This was LA Fitness.
Of course he went to the gym all the time. It was his gym.
My point is he knew everybody there.
Okay.
Okay, Mo. He knew everybody there. So it was his gym. It was a LA Fitness in Atlanta, which means it was popping. It was a lot going on. So we get there and he works out all the time. Now, this was a bigger guy, right? You guys know I like bigger guys. So he was doing a lot of weightlifting. So we get there and one of the guys was a personal trainer, came over, they dapped each other up. And he said, "Oh, is this your first time?" Because he gave me the visitor's pass. And I said, "Yes, this is my first time." So the guy was a personal trainer and he said, "Oh, I can work out with her while you go work out." I thought that was a very polite thing to do because wait a minute, I was not going to be lifting all those weights. He was lifting a bunch of weights. So the guy is the personal trainer guy is like, "I can work out with her while you work out. I'll show her some things she can do." So the guy that I was on a date with looked kind of irritated, right? And I was like, okay, well, I'll just, let him show me some stuff to do, show me around, and then I'll come up there where you are. So he had a super big attitude. Now, I did the workout with the guy, and then I went up, and he's just huffing and puffing and lifting and sweat. I mean, I'm not gonna lift all those weights. He's up there with all the, the big, huge, serious weights and all that. I can see that you guys are not on my side with this story.
I'm not on your side neither.
Okay, let me finish it. Okay, so he finishes working out. I've gone up there, and then we get in the car. He was furious. He was like, "Oh, that guy was trying to holler at you, and the other guys in the gym were trying to." And I'm like, "The guy was not trying to holler at me. He's a personal trainer. He works in the gym. He works there. How is he trying to hit on me? He's trying to work me out." It made it a date. Well, first of all, he wanted to go to the gym on the date. I would just like to get on the treadmill and lift a few weights. I just lift a few weights. I don't do all that extra weightlifting. Anyway, I can see that people are not on my side, but I thought I was very irritated with him. And I told him that he should not have invited me to the gym if he was going to get upset if guys, try to help me work out.
No. You was out of pocket. I ain't gonna.
I was out of pocket. Now everybody is against me. You guys have turned on me.
Here's the thing: if he did invite you and you didn't want to participate in the other stuff, you were supposed to tell the other man, "No, I'm fine. I can work out by myself."
I told him that. He insisted.
No, I don't care what he does. You're in control of what not what he's doing. He's going to try. Your job is to deny. You know what I'm saying? They're going to shoot all day. It don't mean you do it because he insists.
Everybody is against me.
Yes, because
I'm saying, okay, but can anybody say that they understand? Well, everybody's saying no. Can anybody see what I'm saying? Because, okay, this guy, first of all, let's just be honest. When you go to a gym, people are always trying to sell you a membership. That's what the guy was doing. I was on a visitor's pass.
Why would he be selling you the membership if you just said this?
I was on a visitor's pass, on his visitor's pass.
Okay. But do you know, I mean, it's a couple of things. The other guy knew exactly what he was doing, and he kind of crossed the line, but he's not on the date. That's, whatever they got going on. But
everybody is on. Okay. Well, I fussed the guy out. I was mad, and I was irritated with him. Okay, that was very naive. Okay, guys. Okay.
It wasn't. I think this is what I think.
Okay.
I think that there was a part of you that enjoyed attention.
No.
Even the way you just said no and your voice just went up, let's be believe. I don't think you were going to do anything, but you enjoyed.
Wait a minute, Mwadi. I see one person that has my back. Mwadi says your date should have modified his workout so that you could work out together. But no, Christal, I'm not with you on this one.
You should have set your ass in the car or
no. I do think that he should have modified his workout, because really what I was going to end up doing was just sitting there watching him lift and look all strong, man.
Yes. That's what it is. But even if the guy comes and I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine, thank you.
I did that
because times. You know what it is? Whether you know it or not, that was an invitation to the other guy. He just sized the other guy up. Oh. Let me see where she's at with him. And he checked your temperature and you went with it. Oh. And to him, the other guy ain't got it, like, because that was just foul. I was out of pocket. I ain't gonna hold you. It was.
Okay, I'll take it. I was wrong. Not your next case. Christal should have stayed close. I did work out, but he was again with all the other people, and there were several other guys that came over there. But again, that was not my fault.
Public opinion says different.
I would like to say this is the first time that everyone has agreed with Mo and not me. Did the other guy flirt though?
See, this is
At this point, I don't want to answer that question, April Gaines, because men are always going to flirt.
The fact that you know that.
But I wasn't flirting with the other guy. First of all, I'm not foul. I would not have flirted with the guy at all, ever. But I did think he really was trying to work me out.
I bet he would.
Oh, I walked into that one. Anyway, moving on. Your turn. Give us one of your stories about jealousy. And you guys, okay, first of all, everybody in the chat, you guys are on my behind. I need some of y'all. I'm put the link again. Link. Y'all are doing so much talking. Bring your behinds on here and share if anybody, it wasn't a first date. It wasn't a first date. It was not a first date. He and I had been dating. This is probably like the third or fourth date. It wasn't a first date. Not a first date. And I didn't think he was that, he wasn't trying to do Pilates. He wanted me to just sit there and watch him huff and puff. Thank you, Miss Lorraine. Miss Lorraine got my back. Yes, thank you, and thank you. Miss Lorraine got my back. She said, Christal, I got your back. Men always stick up for men. I got your back. There you go, Mo. I got one.
One out of 140-something people in the man, Phil, get your ass out here.
No, all right. You know what? Okay, but see, that's the thing, guys. That was me dating years ago. Obviously, I wouldn't do that now. But see, PRMB is right. Guys always do try it in the gym. And they do. But he might have wanted my undivided attention. But and that's another thing. When you work out, you're supposed to be seriously working out. I'm not going to play around. I'm trying to get it in.
Look, I know you're trying to save this.
I'm not. Okay, y'all were. I really didn't expect this response, but moving forward, give us one of yours. Not all the way right.
Since C-Dub is in the room, in the chat, I had a situation where a woman that saw who it might have been her second time at the crib. It was a bunch of us had a house in when we first came to Atlanta many, many, many years ago.
Okay.
And I met this woman in the mall. She came over. This was the girl who sucked my toes that time I told you about. Who had the mother in the wheelchair that couldn't come up the stairs.
Wait a minute. No, wait a minute. No.
I told you.
What?
Yeah,
I don't know about no mother in the wheelchair.
Yeah, I told you she couldn't come upstairs, and I thought it was weird. The girl sucked my. That was just some weird stuff. Especially my feet back then. I don't
even know what you're talking about right now.
But let me get to the story.
Okay.
But C Boogie knows exactly what I'm talking about. C Dub in the chat. So she's over the house, and I had a photo album. And she was going through my photo album, and she was like, there's a lot of cupcakes in here.
What does that mean?
She referred to light-skinned women as cupcakes. She was dark-skinned. They were light-skinned. She called them cupcakes, whatever that means. I mean, well, I knew what it meant, but that was her slang or whatever. So she called it attitude. So she had an attitude for the rest of the day. I didn't have a car. C-Dub did. We had to take her. He was going to take her back home. We get into it in the car.
Over the cupcakes?
Well, her attitude, because you know how men are. What's wrong? What's wrong? Ain't nothing wrong. But you know the attitude. And then she just was like being real snappy with me. And I was like, man, hurry up and get her home. Then she started talking slick to me. And long story short, I tried to put her out of his car. He's in the chat. He can verify this.
We need you to verify.
I cussed her out. I was like, and Corey's a gentleman. I was not back then.
You didn't have to say his name. Hold on. We have a wonderful member of the XO family. Hello, Debbie.
Hi, Christal. Hi, Mo.
Hey,
thank you for having me.
Okay, Mo, we'll get back to the feet. the toe sucking and the girl getting put out of the car. But we have Debbie on tonight. Debbie, do you have a dating dilemma or a dating disaster?
Kind of a dilemma, and I DM Mo about it, so that's how he sent me the link for this.
Okay.
And it's kind of like when I meet somebody and I'm dating, and then something happens, you go your separate ways. Right now, there's a specific guy who is contacting me again, and I was like, should I continue the conversation with him or let him go? And this is also something that happens a lot of the time, that you meet somebody and then you go your separate ways for whatever reason, and then somehow they get back.
Spinning the block.
Okay. In my opinion, how the breakup happened determines a lot, right? But what often happens is that we find out as men, maybe it's a little slow out there. And we be like, it's not what we thought it was going to be. It's a little slow. And we kind of come back to what's good, or which I just had this conversation with Christal not too long ago. Usually it's a lot easier for a man if it's on some player type of time. It's a lot easier to get a woman when you have a woman than when you have no women. I know that sounds crazy, but it's easier to get women when you have women than it is when you don't have any. But I think in this situation, it would depend on what was the breakup for in the first place.
Yes, that's what I would like to know. What happened?
If you don't mind.
How long ago was the breakup, and what caused the breakup?
Okay, so we were not in a relationship. We met on a dating app, and I was traveling. And while I was traveling, like for 2 months until we met in person, except for 2 days, he contacted me like every day, asking me how I was doing and stuff like that. Then we had our first date, which was great. Okay. And then I went back traveling again. I'm from the Netherlands, by the way. During that period of time, he was making certain comments that I didn't appreciate. And I told him that I didn't appreciate it, sexual comments. Okay. And then he kept doing it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to have to, cut off ties with you because I cannot deal with these comments that you're making. I don't appreciate it. So he got a little bit upset. And then I got a little bit upset with his reaction. And then we just cut it off. But we stayed like lightly in touch through social media. So sometimes when I would be around or he would see something, we would casually keep in touch. And then I was in his neighborhood and I was like, hey, I'm in the neighborhood. He was like, oh, you can come over just to say hi. So we were pretty friendly. And then he made a comment that I didn't appreciate. And I was like, because he made a comment like, you ask stupid questions. And I was like, what do you mean I ask stupid questions? Because I am asking you I'm in the neighborhood. Is it convenient for me to just say hi and come over? Because he was at work and it was on his break and he works from home. So then I was like, you know what? Let's just leave things where they are. So I blocked him on social media. I blocked him on WhatsApp because we use WhatsApp a lot over here. And now through text, he's contacting me. Yeah. And I asked him like, why are you contacting me? Like, what is your intention? And he was like, I want to learn about trading. I was like, okay. And then we talked a little bit about that. And then he asked me out. And then I was like, yeah. So now I'm at that stage that he asked me out. So that's a little bit the context of that.
Okay. I want to delve a little deeper into the comments. So I pretty much know what I would suggest, but when you said he was making comments that made you feel uncomfortable that were sexual, what can you share, like what those comments were, what context that was in?
That when he was going to see me, it was like mouth, front, and behind that he was going to do to me. Yes.
Yeah, no. So no. That's a resounding no. No, I think that he's not serious. Because a lot of people, like, let's just keep it a buck. On social media and on dating apps, I think there are some people that are on there for serious connections and other people are on there for hookups, right? And a lot of times if people are on there for a hookup, they are not respectful and they don't respect boundaries because really they don't want anything serious. They just want to hook up. You're a very attractive woman. Obviously, you have some business going about you because are you a trader? Do you do trading? Is that why he asked? Okay. So he's using that as a way to try to sneak back in. But to me, he doesn't have anything serious about what he's doing. He really just wants to probably, have sex with you. And even by him saying, we just said in that clip how Chris was being disrespectful in the way he talked to Sandia, saying, you're annoying, you're naive, by him saying, why would you ask a stupid question? Because you're trying to be respectful and ask him, is it okay if you stop by? Yeah, that's a definite like.
Run, Forrest, run. Here's the thing. I will bet you that after you would post the picture on social media, you will get a response, a call on WhatsApp from him. And I will almost bet that. A lot of times that happens. You know what I mean? And he's following whatever he's, lusting after you or whatever. But I think you know the answer. It's just whether you want to really tell him what it is. But obviously, for him to even speak like that to you and think that was cool, you know.
And that was like I think almost 2 years ago. So it's been 2 years since that happened. And like he called me the other day. We were just having a normal conversation. So I was like, okay, I kind of sort of don't really know because he hasn't been disrespectful after that. But it's still like, I don't know. That's why I asked the question. So,
all right, let me ask you this: is he attractive?
Yeah. Like appearance, he's okay. He's not a bad looking guy. And the way that besides that specific comment, he's really a nice guy. Like he's really like, especially the last conversation that we had, we talked about things that were going on here in the Netherlands, like with housing and people are, tough times and stuff like that. So we had some interesting conversations. So yeah, overall, yeah. Besides that specific thing, yeah.
So
I think he showed you who he was.
Yeah, I think so too. But because I also think this, ladies and gentlemen, we have to realize that nobody is all good or all bad, right? Nobody is. Like there's going to be people that are disrespectful when they're given an opportunity, but they also are great conversationalists, or they may be attractive, they may be talented. Like that doesn't mean that they're a good person. And I think a lot of times women especially are so, we want to see the good in people. A lot of times we'll give people too many chances because really once he was disrespectful with his boundaries, with those words, then that's enough for you to like not talk to him. Right now, where does he live at?
Also in the Netherlands.
He also, okay. So how were you guys talking back and forth for 2 years? Just kind of every now and then on social?
Yeah, so I would post certain things on social media, and there was a time that I would go live on Instagram with one of my friends, and then he would like join the live and make comments, like supportive comments. And since he knows that I'm trading and I'm also teaching it, he also knows he has shown his interest in that. So even in these times, he has shown his interest in that. So for him to contact me to text, because he hadn't mentioned it, like you blocked me on social media, you blocked me on WhatsApp. Like he hadn't mentioned it, but him texting me like that, he knows that I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also, I think I agree with Mo. He probably just, I mean, you're a very attractive woman. Usually guys like that, when they see you, then it's like they're attracted. And let's also not forget that when a man is attracted to a woman, he will try different things. So I think even him showing his interest in trading and being on your social media and being supportive, that's just him, putting out bait to catch the fish. I would really question his authenticity with that.
Okay, well, thank you.
Mo, what do you think?
Nah, you hit it right on the head. Especially if he has a little bit of age to him, you figure out, okay, that disturbs her, so I can't use that approach, even though he wants that other thing to be the destination. So he'll switch it up, and then if he's older, he'd be a little bit more patient. You know what I mean? He still said what he said. You know what I mean?
Can I be devil's advocate just since I'm here?
Mm-hmm.
Just because isn't that what any guy wants at the end?
That's a good question. And I'm glad you said that, because that's the thing. Like, I do think I agree with you. And we'll let Mo kind of speak to this. I do think that, most guys are wanting that at the end, but I would just say there's a way that a guy who only wants that speaks to you, and as opposed to a guy who wants something else and that. I don't think that any guy doesn't want that, but I think when that is his sole goal, then he's different. But Mo would be able to explain that a little bit better.
No, that was it. I mean, like, to do that with the person he genuinely likes is a difference between that and I just want to do it. You know what I mean? And the guys that have the most game can cover that or hide that for a long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
Because sometimes I feel like, because it's like navigating through it, right? Because I've been on dates and I'm aware of how they perceive me. Right. So, like, for example, another guy I was on a date with, and he asked me, like, can I kiss you? I was like, nope. Mm-hmm. Second time I saw him, I was like, can I kiss you? I was like, no. I was like, a small kiss. I was like, I did this, so like on his cheek, right? I was like, you got your kiss, right? Mm-hmm. But I said no. But even with that guy, when I called him out on it, I was like, listen, it seems like you just want to get me into bed, and that's not gonna happen. And then he was like, no, that's not the case. And even in the way he treated me, it was so confusing, because on one hand, I see like, okay, there is some sincere interest. And on the other hand, I feel like I'm aware of it, that is present, So sometimes I don't know how to navigate through that. That's why I asked the question in the first place, like, because
no, I love that. I think all women, I know for me, I struggle with that, because I think we do one or two things, right? Either you let men slide with things. So if a guy says comments that are inappropriate, you kind of like, it makes you uncomfortable, but you let him get away with it because you like him and you're hoping that he wants more, that he'll stop it, and that, or you go the other way and it's like you almost like are mean to them, and they're like, because of course a man that's attracted to you is going to want to, hug you or kiss you or things like that. And I think it's hard, as a woman to navigate that, because men do show very, very, very mixed signals sometimes, right? And sometimes the guy that really, doesn't want anything but sex can be very patient if he's very attracted to you. So I would say what I've done, and I'm not, this channel is really about, the journey, because I don't think anybody knows 100%. We're all, working through it. But I have learned that you can watch a person's actions. And when you give a person, it's almost like, you give a person a little bit of rope and they'll hang themselves. So if a man asks, can he kiss you? And you say no, I would not necessarily think that he's being inappropriate if he asked to kiss you on the second date, because that's now if he says, damn, I can't wait till I can something very sexual, that's different. So for me, I would take, like, for instance, I can use my husband as an example. On our first date, he tried to hold my hand. It freaked me out because I don't like people to touch me on a first date. I'm very much like, I don't know you, and I hadn't dated in a while, so I was like really not feeling it. But he did not keep pushing, right? And then, at the end of the day, I ended up giving him a kiss because we had a really good date. But I judged that based on my comfort level. But I think that a lot of times, like you said, a man is going to be attracted to you. That being attracted is not wrong. What's wrong is when you set boundaries and they're disrespectful to those boundaries. That's to me a little different.
Because the guy, before you go, Mo, the guy that asked for that kiss, like, I ended up kissing him like maybe on a third date. Yeah, it was the third date. And then he wanted sex, but I didn't want that. And then he disappeared. And then I was so like so confused because I didn't know that that was it. And I was so confused for such a long time. And I asked around in my environment, like, this happened, and he disappeared. Like, why? And nobody could give me actually an answer. Somebody said like he's married. I was like, no, I'm positive he's not married. So I ended up calling him after a couple of months. I was like, why did you disappear? And he told me that that was the reason.
Because why?
Because I didn't want to sleep with him.
You wouldn't want to sleep with him, yeah. Well, I think, and that's the crazy thing about it, Debbie, and to the rest of the women listening that are maybe struggling with this, we have to change the way we think, right? And so if you don't sleep with a man on a third date and he disappears, he is giving you a huge gift, because I would rather you leave after the third date, right? That let me know that you just wanted that. Then stick around for 6 months, and then I end up having sex with you, and then you leave right after you get it. Because if he left after 3 dates, he only wanted sex, and your instinct told you that when he asked you. That's the thing. You said, I kind of
he didn't disappear after the third date, because I saw him several times after, but eventually he disappeared, because he was like, you know what, if this is going the way that's going, I'm going to ask you like when we're going to have sex. And I was like, if this is going the way it's going, I'm going to ask you, when are we going to get in a relationship? And that was after the 5th or the 6th date or something like that. I lost counting at that point. And we were dating other people as well. We were not dating exclusively. We were clear about that. But then also this guy later on, a couple of months later, he would approach me again. He was like, hey, I would like to get some drink, just like the first time. And even also in his situation, it was also like a little bit mixed, because in the beginning when we met, he kept his commitments. And there was even one time that I asked him for something that he offered, and he kept that commitment. And I was like, okay, you kept that commitment, so you're not playing about that. But then it went to the sexual stuff, and I'm like, why can't y'all just wait?
No. All right. Let me say this.
Thank you, by the way.
You guys understood that you were dating other people, right? Now, I'm gonna play devil's advocate on two different things, right? So if he let it be known that, okay, you don't want to, but I'm just gonna do this over there, would you have a problem? Because I've seen women say that, but then have a problem. He was like, well, he came to you and you said no, or you're not ready, but somebody else was. Now, we agreed that we're seeing other people. I've seen it get to that point and that be a problem. And I'm like, well, why is that a problem when, if we're seeing other people, it could happen with someone else, whether I like them or not. For men, a lot of times, unfortunately, if I'm feeling away sexually, and I want to point that energy to the person I actually like, and it's you, and you say no, then he'll point in another direction, and then might circle, and then might come right back to you.
So for me personally, if I put myself back in that time, would I mind that at the time?
Yeah.
No, because we were not exclusively dating. And from the very first time that I met him, I told him exactly what it was that I was looking for. He was asking, I can't remember the question that he asked me, but then I told him I was like, no, this is something that you have to figure out together. Like, if these are your goals, these are my goals, this is what important to you, you're gonna have to figure that out together. And I'm willing to do that with the person, whoever. Because I also asked him, like, what are some of your goals that you have? And certain goals, we were like really impressed with each other. So to me, I was watching him like, okay, this is what you said. What are your actions behind it? So at the time, if he would have slept with somebody else, first of all, I would not have known about it, because he would not have told me that.
Correct.
But if that would have happened, because he did tell me that a week before he met me, he slept with somebody, I can't be mad about it, because we don't have anything. We don't have an agreement between us. So I would not be mad about that.
No, I like the fact that you got, you had to understand it early. But I will say this, play devil's advocate again. This is devil's advocate, everyone. This is not my actual boss. But there are situations where a man can look at you and, yes, sexually, see the way you're shaped and have this desire to sleep with you, right? But upon that, he gets to know you. And it's like, shoot, I actually like her. See, it works in reverse too. You know what I mean? We come in with one intent, but come to find out it's something else. And we're surprised. Like, yo, I actually like her. Whether he slept with her the first time or whether he was trying to sleep with her. Sometimes men find out that, yo, she's cool. This is more than what I thought it was going to be. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying every man that comes at you sexually has, you know, or stays with that intent just to sleep with you. Sometimes it does change.
So where's the devil's advocate in that?
No, it's just it goes the other way too. Like he could think bad one way or just have just sexual desires at first and just turn into me actually, no, I like her.
Yeah, because that's what happened with that guy. I think that is what happened. I'm not sure if from the beginning that was his intention, just to have sex, but let's go with that was his intention, and he got to know me, and then he really liked me. Yeah. He actually expressed that. So that's why I said, like, he came back around, but then in that specific situation, he never made any effort to get to know me better.
Well, then I would say that his like wasn't enough. Like his like wasn't. There you go. It's not enough like, because when it's enough like, you definitely know, right? You definitely can tell when the guy likes you seriously. And I think I want you to answer this, Mo, because what you said can be kind of misleading for women, because we're trying to tell women that they should stick to their standards. And if a man is initially only interested in them in sex, but okay, let me do this. Debbie, what are your goals? Like, what do you want from a relationship?
I would like to be a teammate with somebody. Like I would love to have my own family. There are some goals that I have regarding trading is one of the things that I want to reach a certain point with. So I would love to have somebody who has their own goals, and together we like tag team like towards the things that we really want. Because I would really love to travel, have my own family, and hit certain financial goals. Those are the three things that I really want. So. Yeah.
Okay. So do you want to be married? Is marriage a goal for you? Okay. So I like that. You want to be married. You want someone that you can work on goals together with, and you want to have a family. So I think my opinion would be, when you see what goals you have, if a man approaches you and his goal is just to sleep with you, your goals are not aligned. So even if he does change and decide that you're cool, you're already in a mind space where you know what you want. You got your career down. You know, I want to find I want a family, so I need to be moving in this situation, in this direction. We don't have time to deal with men that are just out there like, oh, I want to smash. Maybe she's cool. I don't need, if you think it's fine, sir, go on about your way. I want to find a man you need to find a man that has that wants the same things out of life that you want. And so I would say, just from talking to you for the past few minutes, you're very intelligent. You know what you want. You also, I believe that all of us have women. God gave us a special gift of discernment. And if it's not what you really, if it doesn't feel right, 9.9 times out of 10 is not right, because you can tell if you tell him what you want and it doesn't scare him off and he continues to show up and show you that, then you're in the right place. If that hasn't happened yet, then you just haven't met him and he's out there. And I tell women, like, you know, in my business, I've learned to have thick skin, because when you're doing public relations and marketing, you have clients that come, clients that go, and you have to be okay with that. And I think the same thing, but I also know that every time I get a no, that's putting me closer to the yes. So when you're out here and you're dating and you are coming and can't, you know, you're like kissing frogs, right? Not actually kissing, but going out with frogs. Every frog is putting you closer to your prince. So you just have to know it's okay. The rejection is God's protection. I would rather not sleep with everybody. So if he leaves when I tell him I'm not sleeping with him, then good riddance. To keep smiles off my girlfriend, and she doesn't need that until I get where I want to go. So I think that I agree. Princess BC says she's giving wife, and most men are scared of that. The wrong men are scared of that. So you're doing the right things. Keep following that instinct, that guttural feeling that's like, no, that doesn't feel right. Because for what you want, if you truly want that, then if you take something less than that, it's not going to lead you down the path where you want to go.
Consistency. Look for consistency in these men. That's the truth teller. That's for everybody.
Yeah.
You're on the right course though. You know what it really is in your heart. You're on the right course.
And both of those guys, don't let them. I would say this before you leave, because I know we talked about when you first came on, we talked about men spinning the block. What you will learn is that men know if they're not ready for something good, that doesn't mean that they don't know that it's a good thing. So they may come back and check the temperature. Oh, she wouldn't sleep with me that time. Let me slide back around. 9 times out of 10, he hasn't changed. He just thinking about you. You probably look good online, and he thought of you and wants to come back. He knows you're a good person. He's just not ready to give, or doesn't have the capacity to give what you deserve. So he'll try to come back around and see if there's a sale, or something. There's a discount, and we don't give discounts or sales. There are no such thing. So it's not an option. So when they come back around, just know it lets you know that they recognize a good thing, but they also recognize that it's kind of like if a person comes into a Rolls Royce dealership and they have bad credit, you don't get a chance to test drive the car, sir. No, you can't afford it. Cannot afford it.
True. Thank you. Can I say one more thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Thank you, Christal. Thank you. Thank you. You see the things here? Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Oh, you just made my day. Thank you so much. You are on the right track. Oh, that made me feel good. Thank you. Thank you so much, Debbie, for joining us and sharing it, because I think what you're dealing with is what a lot of women deal with, regardless of where we are, if we're in the Netherlands or Atlanta or Florida, wherever you are, this is the dating pool. This is what we're dealing with. How old are you?
I'm 37.
37. Okay. So you want a family, you know what you want out of life. Do not settle for anything less than that. Do not settle.
Thank you guys for having me, because it's like tomorrow is Liberance Day. So that's why I told Mo, I can come on, because usually at work, it's almost 3 a.m. in the morning. So thank you for having me.
No, thank you for coming on. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And we hope that we've been some help to encourage you to keep holding on. And now, Debbie, when the right one comes, you're always welcome to come back and ask other questions, because this is an ongoing thing. But when the right one comes, you definitely have to come back and share with us. Okay.
You sound like Dr. Nicole LaBeach, because she said the same thing.
Yes, you have to come back. I'm serious, because the thing about it, there's so many people on here, so many women that watch this. And in my comments, a lot of people are like, oh, I really, really want love, but I just don't believe it's going to happen. I don't believe. So that's why it's important when it does happen for people to come and say it. That's why I do this, because I didn't believe it and it happened for me. So I was like, I've got to talk about it.
Yeah, that's why. Sorry, that's why I appreciate you so much, because I listen to y'all on Saturday morning, because midnight I'm not live with you guys, and during the week, when I'm at home, winding down after work, you guys are in the background, so I'll listen, and it is truly I literally have you in my mind the moments, even beginning of the week, I was like, is this really gonna happen for me? Also having a family, because I want children in marriage. I'm not judging anybody who had them outside of marriage. I'm not judging anybody who is in polyamorous. That's your thing. It's not. I know it's not for me. So sometimes I do get those moments where I'm like, is this really gonna happen? With all of these experience that I'm having, putting my best foot forward. And then I have you in my mind, hold on, it's gonna come. Hold on. I literally have you in my mind. Yeah.
It's, you know what? It's faith. It's faith. And it's so easy for us to have faith when it comes to other things. It was easy for me to believe faith for my children, faith for my friends, but faith only works if the Bible says faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So the only way you're actually exercising faith is if you don't see it. Right? You cannot say, oh, I got $1 million in the bank. Oh, I have faith. No, you don't have faith. You have faith when it's not there, and you just trust God and you know that God has you, and you are definitely, it's going to come. The people that are successful are the people that don't believe there's any other option for them, right? They just know God promised me this and it's coming. And that's why I want to that's why we do this, because I want people to know that we should not be telling women that they don't need that. And no, if you want love, you can have it. If you want a family, you can have it. You just have to believe it and tune out anything that doesn't say that. Anything that doesn't tell you that you're going to get what you want, do not listen to it. Reject that, including men that are trying to get you to do things off your path. Get rid of them, and the right one will find you. Yeah, we got your back in the meantime.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you so much. Get some sleep.
Please.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Love you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Aww. That made me feel so good.
The Netherlands, where they do that Ricola, the cough thing. You know what I'm talking about?
I think that may be Switzerland. I know what
I think that's Switzerland.
I think it's Switzerland.
I think Switzerland is where they make the cocoa.
Well, Swiss chocolate, yes, but in any case.
Somebody said no, Mo. You mind your business. You don't even know what I'm talking about.
That cannot be your answer to everything that's not what you want to hear. Now, I like that. You know what? Debbie, she's got it. See, thank you, C-Dub. That is Switzerland. She's gonna
mind your business too, boy.
Quit telling people to mind their business. You are our business. We're minding it. Now, I just want to, I think with, she had a really serious, what she's dealing with, a lot of women are dealing with. So I want to hear from you more about that, because men do give out freaking mixed signals.
Yeah. No, we absolutely do. But sometimes.
Why? Thank you, Edna. Edna said, this is my business right now. Y'all tell him, because you know what? He's going to stop bullying us with this mind your business. He's going to stop it.
Sometimes, I know this is going to find it hard for y'all to believe, women, our signals are mixed. We don't know.
We're aware of that.
So we put that upon you, and we do make it confusing. You know what I mean? And the most honest part of a man is, well, we'll get to that, but I just think that.
Are you going to say after he's had sex?
Yes. Quite frankly, yes. Immediately after he had sex. Ask him all your questions. Right after.
He'll be asleep.
No, this is before you get the warm rag and everything. That's when you ask the questions. You're going to get your most honest answer.
Ain't no dude answer no questions right then.
I'm telling you, he will. And they'll be the most honest answers you'll hear. I'm just saying. You don't have to...
So DD says sex is a major driver for a lot of men, sadly. Let's talk about that. Let's post nut clarity like a mug. That's what he's talking about. He always says that. But okay, let's talk about the fact that how do we tell, because we've kind of touched on that with Debbie, but how can you tell when a man is sexually attracted to you, but there's more substance to it? Like because
you stall them out. You gotta you wait it out. You're in control of you. You're not in control of what he thinks or his thoughts, but you are in control of you. So to me, because the men that genuinely likes you and have genuine interest, he's not going to bring sex to you on the first few dates, but for a while, that has genuine interest. Don't get me wrong, he'll like to, but it's not something he's going to bring to the table like, yo, trust me. If he genuinely likes you, when you move his heart, is there something about him something about you that he feels, and that's I don't know what's that thing inside that burns that you're drawn to a person.
There's something that burn. Have you had the burn?
Listen, I'm about sick of you.
You said it's something inside that burn. Like what?
It's a yearning and burning, Christal.
It's a yearning. Okay. Ocean. All right.
I've had it twice in my life. where I was drawn to a woman. And it wasn't even about, we could have waited for whenever, but I just liked her. I wanted to be wherever she was at. I just wanted to be next to her. Her presence was a presence. Some real stuff.
Not her presence was a present. Okay, he's in his Scorpio mode. He's in his Scorpio.
Yeah, y'all feel free to use that if y'all like. Just saying. But no, but for real though, like that's what it is.
So you've only had it twice?
I like some people more than other people, but that one indescribable thing that I've only had twice. And but to me, that's what makes it special. Because I'm not giving that out, and I don't feel that about everybody. But that one thing, we were in a room and we could do it or not. I'm not tripping, holding them all night and real intimacy without sex.
What if her head is on your arm and your arm is sleep?
You on the road tonight. I see. You just
Well, that's because you said he always complains about girls laying on his arm and making his arm fall asleep if her head is
complaining about. You're not supposed to be here. Supposed to be here. Here will put me to sleep.
Here.
Supposed to be here.
May hurt.
Huh?
Here may hurt.
Depending on how big your head is, I'm pretty sure you don't hurt a lot of arms over the times. Being right here. I'm just saying.
Shut up. Gun Boss said that's why I had Kane come home with you. I know. So he finally admits it. My husband, when we first started dating, I knew he did that on purpose. So he has a pit bull that is he's a sweetheart. Like I was afraid of pit bulls until I met him and met his dog, Kane, right? So it was going through 2020 and there were a lot of people saying that, be careful. It was just a lot of crime happening in Atlanta. So I was scared and I was like, my cousin brought me a gun. But I did not know how to shoot the gun. And he said, cuz just point it and shoot. And I was just like, ah. So Adrian says, take my dog and let him go home with you. And I was like, what? And because the dog acts just like Adrian. I think the dog and him are like kindred spirits or soulmates or something. Like the dog has his exact personality. He understands words. You've met Kane.
Yes.
He acts like Adrian, right? He's like Adrian. So I was like, and I'm thinking at this point, we're not exclusive. So he tells me to take the dog. And I'm like, what if another guy comes to my house? How am I going to explain this pit bull? They gonna know it's not me because I always have dogs that look like this. So I feel like Adrian but I did take him because at that point I really couldn't get out of it. But I felt like he was trying to scare off other guys.
I like that. I like that tactic. I like that.
But it worked. I fell in love with the dog. The dog's, now we're one big happy family.
I like that.
Yeah, my husband did some amazing things that I was not aware. Like so you guys know I do this show and I would do interviews. I've been doing this this channel for a while. And so he would want me to spend time with him. And I would say, well, I have to go live, and I had my setup in my house. And so I told him I couldn't come over because I had to do, whenever I'm going live, I have to be at my house in my setup. This man went and bought the exact same setup and put it in a room in his house. And then was like, now you can do your setup here.
I like it.
What do you say?
That man was confident. He did.
And I was just like,
Then what you gonna say? You can't say nothing. Well, at least you can't use that excuse.
I couldn't say, but you know what? It was the action and it was this thoughtfulness. And that's why I'm telling you guys, I know because there were so many guys I went out with that I just was like, And some of them were good. They just weren't for me. But he showed me through just actions, That's what he wanted. Let me tell you
something else y'all could do, fellas, if there's any fellas watching. Now,
that's a good man, Savannah. Yes, man.
If you buy her stuff for her house. Like if she got a bad vacuum cleaner, buy a new vacuum cleaner.
I like that.
If you see something in there, fix it. Because guess what? If it ever goes bad, there's going to be stuff in that house. She's going to have to think of you when she vacuums that floor. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with
this? And I will say this too. That is a good point for men, because I remember when I was single before Adrian. So Adrian, these things happened before you. There were guys that I knew liked me. You know, and whenever something would go out in the house, I would invite them to come over and fix it. Now, these are just friendly, platonic people that were doing a little bit of flirting. But the point is, Gun Boss, you can't watch this if you can't listen to the other stories. These are all before you, baby. But I will say this. That is another thing I knew about Adrian, because when he came over, my fan wasn't working and he fixed the fan. He didn't say anything. He asked me why it was right someplace, and I was like, well, it's not working. And he just went and fixed it. Now, that is a turn on. First of all, that's sexy as hell. When a man can just fix something, because most men nowadays don't know how to fix stuff. They don't know how to fix it. But for a man to actually, like, he looked at it, he tinkered around with it, and then he just fixed it. Woo. Yeah. That's a huge
He
turn.
didn't do nothing but get all the hair weave out of the thing that was caught up in there.
Oh, you want to come back for me?
That's all he did. You could have did that. Same thing.
First of all, that's not true, and that's not very nice. Okay, it's not very nice. It's not very nice. That is not true. But no, people have, trust me. Everybody has asked me.
He's a handy guy.
A handy guy is a sexy guy.
I would assume that's a very attractive.
Yeah, it's the equivalent of women cooking.
Yeah, I bet you can find way more handy men than women cooking.
I doubt it. What do you guys think? I doubt it.
Hey,
let me tell you something. I had a guy. My car. We went on a date, and we came out, and my car needed a jump.
Right.
Do you know that this man did not know how to jump my car?
Did you or him have cables?
I did, because
and he didn't know how to do that?
He messed it up because it was a Mercedes and he did not know how to jump it. So he did it, and he did it wrong, and it shorted my whole engine out. So I took my car to the mechanic that had a crush on me that would do favors for me, because I was like, oh my God, the guy just.
Here we go.
Well, I mean, what is a single woman to do?
Build a man.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, with men, if you like a woman, fix stuff because somebody else is fixing it. If you don't,
but here's the thing with that. Maybe that fixing stuff is not his strength. Maybe his strength is in other areas.
Pay for somebody to fix it.
Okay.
Do something.
So he say that about cooking? Like if you can't cook, you pay somebody to come on.
First of all, if a woman really likes you, she will try to cook for you.
Interesting.
Yeah. If a woman doesn't cook for you, she probably doesn't like you.
Okay.
And women in the chat, can you guys, I mean, because I'm telling you, if a woman likes a man, you will figure out how to could have watched a YouTube short, because that's what a man does when he's like, okay, I can figure it out. If a woman really likes you, she's going to want to do things to make you feel good. And we know that men like food. If she doesn't cook, she's not into you. I know, in fact, you know what? I can say this because you guys know I do interviews. So I interviewed Neo's ex-wife, Christal, right? Now, when I interviewed her the first time, they were married. And she said that she was like, if my man comes home at 3:00 in the morning after being in the studio, I'm going to get up and cook him whatever he wants. If he wants fried chicken and gravy, whatever. And I was like, oh, wow, that's wild. Because, I mean, getting up in the middle of the night and preparing a whole meal with like flour and all that, that's a lot. But she said she would do it. So I was like, okay, girl. So then I interviewed her after they were divorced a few months ago. And she told me that when she met Neo, she did not even know how to cook. She had never cooked before in her life, but she met him. And for whatever reason, she wanted to seal the deal. And so she practiced and learned and YouTubed and figured out how to cook. Okay, so your average logical thinker says, I don't agree, Christal. I was crushing real hard on the single father, and I wanted so bad to cook for him, but I knew it was doing too much. Glad I didn't because he wanted me to chase him. No. Okay, but so you wanted to cook for him. That's my point. You wanted to, and you didn't because you knew he wanted you to chase him. But I'm saying if a man is doing all the right things, if you like him and he's making you feel good, you're going to want to cook for him. You're going to want to please him in bed. That's just what you want to do to reciprocate. Yes.
Can she describe like chase? Can she like define chase?
Okay, your average logical thinker, Mo, wants you to define what you meant when you said that he wanted you to chase him.
Because I'm hearing this a lot, and I'm just trying to understand what is people's definition of chase? Like,
I had well, okay, PR Envy says, Mo, how do you feel about women that are handy? You like a woman to fix something for you, change your oil?
No, but I do like her to be handy, if you know what I'm saying. Nah, I mean, I could do all that. I don't, I mean, here's the thing. I like a feminine, dainty. Like, I don't like a masculine, like, let me get out the way, boy, I'll do it. You know, that kind of thing. But if I'm not there.
Oh, my honey bunny is joining.
Mo, I heard you talking, I hear you talking trash.
Oh, you can get it too.
Don't you start. Don't you start. Don't you start.
I know your arm be hurting. I do know that.
My arm do not be hurt. That's why I got on this call right here, because talking about the arm hurting. Nah, she lay right here, baby. She laid right here.
She got to. She don't wear pillows out.
Mo. And all of your hair has fallen out on your head, on your pillow. How about that?
Well, not only that, Mo is just mad because he doesn't have a chest that he doesn't have any like comfort there. It's just,
I'm in the gym for your information. You don't concern yourself with that. I'm working on
it. You working on it.
Right now it may be a little thin on comfort, ladies. It's not going to be any comfort. I got a memory foam head. You know what, C-Dub? We're not going to do that.
I don't know who C-Dub is, but Mo, you're going to have to introduce me to C-Dub because we're going to have a few talks.
Babe, so I shared the story about you creating the studio in your house. And earlier we had a young lady come on, beautiful young lady. And I was trying to tell her to wait. And I want to ask you, like, and you could be honest. I know he doesn't like talking about his past, but what was the difference in why you were moved to do some of the things that you did for me? I hope you weren't building studios for everybody else in your house.
No, I was not building studios for nobody else. I think for me, I really wanted you to be around me, especially my work schedule that I had when I was working, because I started my work at 4:00 in the morning. So, and I just wanted to take every opportunity that I possibly could to spend time with you. I mean, it was just the point. Like, I had gotten so used to, when we did, when we did spend time together on the weekends, I just got used to that, and I just wanted you around all the time. I was ready. I knew that. I knew. I would say after our first couple of dates or whatever like that, I knew that I wanted to actually be with you. And I did everything possible, as like you always told me. Like, I ask you all the time, like, why did you want to marry me? You was like, well, Adrian, you was consistent. you know, and I always told you when I was growing up that, you know, as a man, you know, your word is your bond. And if I, and everything I've ever told you, I've always kept my word with you. So that
Yeah.
was one of the things that, you know, I knew that I could fall in love with you. I knew that I wanted to be with you, and I knew I was happy. So I just wanted to make every opportunity to make that happen for us to be together all the time.
Okay, let me ask you this. Okay. Let me ask you this, because you guys, I'm in North Carolina with a girlfriend of mine, so I'm not home there, where he's at. But the young lady was asking about how do you know? Because I will say this, on our first date, I could not tell if he was attracted to me or not. And I was kind of like a little bit standoffish. Um, but he didn't make me feel uncomfortable. But the young lady said that, you know, a man is going to want to sleep with you. So how should you know if a man is sexually attracted to you and he is just wanting to do that, or it's more than that? Because all you guys do want to do the same thing. You told me later that you realized that you liked my shape after, but you didn't tell me that. But if you had told me that, I probably would have felt uncomfortable, and I probably would have thought you were just trying to get sex. So how can a woman, for all the women here in the chat and the young lady Debbie that was on earlier, how do we know if a man is just interested in sex, or if he wants sex and is really interested in us totally?
Well, Mo kind of spoke on it earlier. If a man, I'm just talking about for when when I was a lonely, you know, gentleman out there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um, for me, if I just want to have sex with you or whatever like that, 9 times out of 10, all our conversations will be about sex. You know, like, hey, you know, when I see you, you know, blah blah blah, you know, this and that and that and that. But if I'm into you, if you know, legitimately into you, you know, our conversations are going to be totally different. You know, because I really want to get to know you. I really want to know, you know, what you're about, what makes you happy, what makes you sad, you know, things of that nature. Most men, especially in the dating scene nowadays, you know, just like I tell you all the time, you know, the internet is not real. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Social media is not real. Uh, because of the fact of it is, you can be anybody. You can become anyone that you want to become on the internet. You know, but the thing of it is, if a guy is really into you, he's gonna first of all he's gonna make you a priority. That is like the number one thing. If he doesn't make you a priority or anything like that, is it he's not ready for what you're ready to give him, or you know, he's just not ready. I just think that when people are dating nowadays, they have to take their time and really get to know each other, because you know, like you and I, we talk about all the time. You know, the dating scene. If you know, if a guy goes up to a girl and say, hey, you know, what's your name, blah blah blah, you know, this and that, that and that, you know, just try to start up a conversation. Now, for a woman, and the first thing, and I witnessed this from many of my friends or whatever, because you know I do have a lot of single friends, but the first thing that comes out of women's mouth is, what bill are you going to pay for me? I'm not asking, you know, and I've heard my friends say, well, how did you pay your bill last month? And she was like, well, I paid it. Well, this is how you gonna pay it this month. But the thing of it is that if a guy's really trying to get with you or whatever, it's not always sexual. Some people that I know, I do know some men that get nervous when they talk to women and they don't know how to talk to them, so they revert to talking about sex, if that makes sense.
Really? Well, obviously you
Oh,
and Mo have no problem talking to women, neither one of y'all. But so your average logical thing. First of all, I gotta just shout out Princess in the chat, because we're there. The chat is having its own chat. But I love the fact that Princess said that she learned to do a lot of things around the house. I think that's super dope. And I'm not gonna lie, I did not learn to do anything, but I did learn how to source out to friends that were able to do certain things. But I think that's dope. And I think that it shows your character, that you're like, practical and you're trying to figure things out. She says that she changes out her toilet, runs her own electrical in the attic and the walls, and does some plumbing. That's because she likes to keep her money. That's a smart woman. That's very smart. And like you said, it happens on, you can look on YouTube and pretty much learn anything. So your average logical thinker asks, I'm going to ask Mo first and then you, Adrian, does that really happen in real life? Women asking out the gate for money. Can you give us an example, Mo?
Yes. Some hint around to it. Wow. You be like, hey, what's wrong? Nothing. What's going on? Wow, God, I don't know how it's gonna such and such, and you'd be like, what? You know me. Let me give you a hint, ladies, especially if the guy's from up north. If he says word real slow, he don't care. But if he says it fast, they'd be like, word? That's real. But if he like, word, trust me.
Do that.
Oh, word. If he drags it out,
he's running game as well. Y'all both are running game. I will say this.
He don't hear you. He's just trying to whatever.
There is a book. There is a book that a woman has written. I won't shout it out here. Where it's scripts. It's called Princess Scripts or something like that. And it's scripts on how to ask a man for money, right? And for women, that it's like the whole hypergamy movement. And so I got a copy of the book, and that is one of the ways to do it. You act like something is wrong, and when he asks you what's wrong, you tell him, and then if he doesn't, jump to your aid, then he's not an option. But it literally is like a script for women that women can buy. And this is a girl that is one of the hypergamy experts on Instagram and YouTube. And you can buy it, and it's like you call him and you act like you're sad, and these women know that men's nature is to want to save, and so that's how they do it.
Let me tell you this. Let me be real clear. You can't be looking like Florida Evans asking these questions about money. That's not how this damn. Yeah, you gotta, if you're going at least
damn, that was messed up, Mo. No.
If you're going to attempt to try it.
You don't do that, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. There may be someone that feels like Florida.
Well, I'll give you an example.
But can you fix your phone? Because can you turn it to the side and set it down? Because it's well, that's better. No,
here, is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll give you an example of the dating that when I before you, I was dating this girl. And this probably was like the second date. And, we were just conversating or whatever. And she said, and she was like, well, I like gifts. I was like, okay, not a problem. And the girl was like, well, the only gifts that I like are bags, and they have to cost at least $2,000. I looked at that girl and I told her it's time for her to leave. Because of the fact of it is that that we're on our second date or whatever, and you're like telling me that you only accept gifts for bags that's over $2,000. There's no reason for us to continue, because that tells me right then and there that you're just after me for one thing, or want me to do one thing.
And also to tell you that she's stupid, because she just let you know what she was doing. I'm not advocating for doing anything like that, but you never come off. That's just way too early and way too obvious and silly. Like, she probably didn't even know. See, some of these girls don't even know she probably don't even know what type of bags there are. Like, you can get a nice bag, for $1,500 or $2,000. Definitely there's bags that cost a lot, but you don't start out by telling the guy it has to cost this. I would rather you say, I like Chanel bags, or I like this type of bag, or but you don't start on the second date. These girls are very unlearned in their
Fellas,
ways.
the biggest hint, ask her what her love language is. A lot of them are going to say, all those women are always going to say acts of service. That's the new code word for that shit. I'm gonna keep it 1,000.
What about gifts? Because gifts is
no, that's acts of service.
Gifts is not acts of service.
It's
you don't have the book.
No. In Africa, I did have a book.
The good gifts is one of the languages.
No, it's not. It's
What?
That's what an act of service is buying the gift, doing something for you.
Mo, I'm telling you, because I am a gift person.
Somebody go find the book.
I'm about to pull it up right now.
I used to have the book. I gave
it. You need to read it again.
I'm telling you, it's act of service. It means you're going to do something for me. And there's nothing wrong with that. But ask that first and watch how she says it in response to that. If that's the first thing.
Listen to this. What are the 5 love languages? Go to Google. We all give and receive love in 5 different ways. Words of affirmation, acts of service, gifts, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. Words of affirmation, acts of service.
Well, they don't want to say gifts.
Receiving gifts.
They say acts of service, because if you say gifts, you just gave it away. What the hell?
I don't know what he's doing. I need you to acknowledge that you were wrong.
I was wrong.
Is different.
I was wrong, but I was wrong that it was it was one of the what is it?
What is happening?
Love languages. But when they say acts of service, I'm telling you, that's what they mean.
Adrian, what's going on there? Who are you talking to?
I think the phone fell over.
Yeah, the phone fell over.
Who are you talking to?
Talking to Kane.
Oh, the pit bull. Show everybody the pit bull that
it
you
says,
sent.
Mo, you're wrong. You're wrong.
No,
no, I was wrong.
Sick of you.
But y'all know what I mean. That's a cold word. That's why I said it's cold.
Right.
Anyway, so okay, this is my question. This is another question. Hold on, he's going to show you guys Kane. This is Dating Diaries. First of all, Adrian, did you think I was wrong with the guy that was working out at the gym?
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh,
and there you have it.
And I thought I might have been able to find one person on my side.
Why would he even side with? Come on, man.
There's Caney Waney. Kane.
He hears your voice.
Kane. Adrian sent him to my house, and that dog was up under me. I was like, I can't have nobody come to this house. Okay.
Mark, I like
that. But you never admitted that's why you did it.
I never admit. I just want to make sure that, like one of the things that, you told me when we were dating, you like protection. So that was me trying to prove to you that, hey, I can protect you. But you already know, because
were you worried about other guys coming to the house?
Say something about Adrian, right? Adrian here by himself.
As he's in third person.
He did. Okay, so let me ask you this though. I'm gonna start back with Mo and then go to you, Adrian. So this is the interesting thing, because guys say that, and it's very weird to hear that girls are asking in plain English, like setting them, because really to me, there are men that do that. And I think that a lot of times women get it confused, because there are men that are offering to buy stuff. Like, y'all have to know, there are men that come out the gate with that as a part of their the way they holler at you. Like, like I was at a Quick Trip one time. This guy pulls up and he was like, "Oh, you shouldn't be driving that. You should that ain't your swag. I need to put you in something different." Like, now if I take the car, I'm wrong. Am I?
If you never had any intentions on, both of y'all are at that point.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you guys do things for women that you want to, based on what they look like a lot of times.
I just said that with the Florida Evans thing. I said
You don't just leave Florida Evans alone. She had a good man.
Shirley, from what's happening, never had a man. I'm just saying.
Let me ask you a question, Christal. All right, I was about to say something else, but you know, we have deemed not to have more privilege today. But let me ask you this: so if a guy, let's say the shoe was on the other foot, but, you know, if I'm at the Quick Trip or whatever, and I'm pumping gas or whatever, and I'm in a little beat up car or whatever, and a girl says, "Hey, you know, you're kind of cute, blah blah blah. You know, you shouldn't be driving that. Let me come to my house and let me, you know, show you my cars and you could take one of them, right?" How would that perceive the look for a man to do that?
I would think it was. I would think he was a BA. But I would say this. And I was going to ask. This was one of the things I wanted to talk about tonight. Next situation, because we don't. You guys are lame tonight. Nobody is calling in besides our good friend Debbie, and it's lame. But so I was talking to a guy friend, and I told you this. I told you too, Mo. He literally tells me. I asked him about the young lady that I knew he was dating, because he was in a relationship dating a girl for a while. And he tells me that he is no longer dating the girl. And he said that he's now dating another young lady who is buying him things and taking him on trips and paying for all the dates. And I said, "Do you like the girl?" And he said, "I don't see myself marrying her." And so I'm like, so basically he's using this girl, right? Because the girl is doing all these different things. And I think, for me, I feel like it was disgusting to hear a man talk about how a woman is doing all these things for him, because to me, the definition of man is provider and protector. And he is showing up as someone that is enjoying. He said his friends were telling him that he should not mess this up. This was great. And I'm like, are guys sitting around bigging up other men because they're getting a woman to pay their bills and to pay for the dates and take them on trips? They are. Marriott says men are the real sugar babies.
I mean, y'all would say, just as a man, well, if he's stupid enough, if she's stupid enough, a man's a provider and protector for his woman, not every woman. I mean, you might have women that you love, like your family, or if you're around women, but it's not like every woman we meet, it's like when we meet a woman, we're expected to treat her as if she's our wife. She has to earn that position. She has to grow to that position. She's a good woman. I like her, but there has to be a period of growth for both of us. I don't come in there and just automatically be like, what happened to that? I think a lot of times there are some women that expect us to do everything a husband would do upon meeting them. And I'm like, nah, we got to get to that. Stop.
So would you let a woman, would you, I ask you, Adrian, and I want you to tell the truth in front of these people here. Would either of you be okay if a woman was like, I want to, I'm sending you clothes and I want to buy you this and buy you. Both of you guys used to have children. So, have children, but used to pay child support. Would you feel comfortable with a woman paying your child support and paying your bills? Mo,
she didn't pay my child support, but you met the girl. Did you ever meet? You knew the chick that was paying my rent over at the.
I wasn't going to put you out there, but yes, I did.
It was a long time ago.
And I told her, so this girl, this is good. We're about to get into it, guys. Y'all better get the mic. We're about to get into it.
Hey, don't tell the whole story. But
I'm telling the whole story because you opened the door. So this girl, this is how you guys are going to know you're going to get into the world of Scorpio Mo. This girl is seeing Mo. Now, Mo and I are best friends. So she calls me out of the blue. I don't know this girl. Now, he has told me, I don't even think he had told me literally really about her. She called me and she said, "Hi, Christal. I'm Mo's girlfriend, and he's told me all about you." And I said, "Well, he hasn't told me anything about you. And she was like, well, I just wanted us to meet because, he and I are together. And I'm like, so I'm listening. And so she's telling me that she's doing all these things for Mo. So I started getting angry because the woman was a single mother like me. And at this point, I'm single. I'm a single mom. I have 2 kids. Mo saw me go through my divorce, and he knows what it is to be a single mom. So I tell the girl, I said, well, you know what? Mo is my friend, but I'm going to tell you this, and I'm also going to tell him this. I said, you should, because she was like, I'm doing all this stuff for him. She was paying bills. She was paying for all kinds of stuff. She was just basically, it wasn't even like she was his boyfriend and he was the girlfriend. She was acting like a mom. Like, I don't even know who, I guess tricking off. Like he was the sugar baby. So I say, I don't think that you should be doing that. You have 2 kids. If you have all this extra money, you could be spending the money on your children. And she actually got upset with me. And she told me that she was from up north and she's a ride or die chick. And she believes in holding her man down. And I was like, but that's not your man, because he hasn't told me that he's your man. So she insists that they are. Now, keep this in mind. Mo had told me as a girl that he drops D off to once a week. Now, she was thinking that she was the actual girlfriend. So I tell her, I didn't tell her that part, but I just told her that I haven't met you. So I would assume that means that you guys, you're not really official. And you probably could do something else with your money. The girl told me I was wrong, that her kids were fine, and she was going to keep tricking off on Mo. So at that point, let a player play, right? And I told him, I was like, well, she's stupid. It is what it is. Now, how did that end? Because then, and I always would tell him that it costs. Yes, it probably is good, but it's going to cost, and she's not going to go away easily. And sure enough.
Well, let me just put this out there, y'all. This was several years ago. But Christal was right. I don't know why she thought my girlfriend. I had a situation and she wasn't paying all the rent. She was paying half the rent.
No, she paid it up because she told me that she paid.
No. She told you that after the fact because the lease was in her name and I was paying the other half, and I left. I left because she was acting too possessive and too crazy, and I left in the middle of the night.
But who isn't going to be possessive and crazy when they're paying the bills?
They weren't paying all the bills. We were splitting it. She wanted me to move in there. I was trying to move somewhere else. She was like, that's too far. Your job is right here. Why don't you just stay here? I was like, I can't afford to stay here. She said, I'll pay $400. You pay $400. It's a 1-bedroom, and that's how that went. So I was like, and I kept telling you, I was like, yo, I told her that's on her. I told her that's on her. But then
you also told me you were drunk. And then I said, what are you doing for this girl to make her think that she's your girlfriend? I'm giving her this D. Like,
hey, that's neither here nor there. But I told her
that's what he said.
I told
that was what he said.
Because she dropped. I told you what she said. She was like, "So we a couple?" And what did I say?
We're a couple. We're a couple of people. Stupid. He's stupid.
I said, we are a couple of people trying to get to know one. And she took it. Now, I will say, just the way she was, and then she was just, it was bad, and I had to get out of it. In the middle, I left. I wound up, I stayed in a weekly motel for like a week, and then it was in the middle of a snowstorm, by the way. It took, because my apartment, I was trying to move in, but it was a snowstorm in Atlanta. It took a minute. Then I finally came in.
We are farmers. That was funny. What are we? But he did, when he told me he told her that, and that girl sat there. First of all, I don't know if she was obviously she wasn't a smart young lady, because if I say, what are we? And you say, we are, what are we? are we a couple? And you say we are a couple of people getting to know each other. I'll probably slap the mess out of you. I don't understand why she was okay with that. And then he told me he was only seeing her one day a week. So then I asked her, I was like, so how often are you seeing each other? And she said that his schedule was really busy. It was just bad. It was bad.
So Mo telling me you was letting player play?
I'll let a player play. I can't.
She was like, "You're gonna find out, Mo. This is gonna come back to you." Put all kind of curses on me.
I told him that was wrong because that woman
Mo is probably right.
Had children. I don't know.
I told her what she would listen. She was like, "No, I do this and don't worry about." Now the stuff she gave me for Christmas, I gave it back to her.
Mo,
I did give it back
a lot, and then she ended up going to jail. It was on the news.
Yeah, that was. I ain't had nothing to do with that. She was doing some other. She was doing some other stuff at her job.
Well, that's why she had so much extra money.
That's why she had the extra money, y'all. And she was doing some underhanded stuff, and she was kicking me back the ends.
Talking about now.
You don't know who we're talking about.
Yeah. Because of the fact of it was on the news the other week. Like
no, this was years ago.
No, this was years ago.
All right. Well, anyway, I'm about to go to bed.
Thank you, Adrian. Thank you, Adrian. I'm gonna have to roast Mo. Thank you.
But I do have to say, Christal, I'm your biggest supporter, right? And your biggest cheerleader. I do the whole jazz hands and everything when you're around.
You are such a girl dad. Who knows about jazz hands but girl dads? That's crazy.
Yes, I am a girl dad. And all my girls are grown. Thank you. Even though there's one in particular, the older she gets, the more she gets on my goddamn nerves. But anyway, I just want to say this. Christal, as a fan of yours, you're doing a great and wonderful thing. So there's positive love out there. No matter if you're black, white, Asian, Hispanic, whatever. You and I are perfect examples of going through turmoil to get to the top of the mountain. Yeah. And I just want to say I appreciate you. I thank you. And I love you. And I couldn't ask for a better wife.
Aw, thanks, babe.
Mo, you're just a friend.
Damn it, man. I was going to tell you, y'all guys are inspiring me.
No, we're not, because you are. Adrian, what do you say whenever Mo goes on a date?
How long this one gonna last?
When's the last? But I say a date. You run to tell him.
Come on, tell Jamie Moore to go ahead and join. I'm gonna put the link in the chat again. Cherry Redhead Poppin'. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. We got time to bring one more person on. Thank you, baby. I love you. I'll see you soon.
My man, Adrian.
Hey, let me tell you, Mo. Tell my goddamn wife. Don't make me come over
there. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about right here.
Bye, babe.
Already know. Always with me.
See that exactly.
All right, I put the link in the chat. Go ahead, Jamie Moore. Go ahead and join us. We have time for one more tonight. But yes, I wasn't even going to tell that story because that was a bad story. It was
years ago. I don't care.
I know, but I was mad at you about that. I was mad at you because I just felt like, what if somebody took advantage of me? Of course, I would never have done that. That was dumb.
Well, she should have had someone like me in her life to tell her, don't do it like I would have told you.
But you were just not even being
no, because I did tell her, if you don't want to listen, you want to go against that, then you need to bump your head.
No, but you know what you told me? And this, guys, I never forgot this. This is, this hurt my soul. This is when I was dating. This is why I was having so much trouble dating, because I had friends that would tell me the truth. And I was like, oh my God, you told me that she was the bridge to get to the right girl.
Yes.
That hurt my heart so bad.
They all are until
I don't want to be nobody's bridge.
They all are until I meet that one. Sorry.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
You walked over many a bridge.
I don't want, but nobody wants to be looked at like that.
You don't know that. I mean, that's what winds up happening.
Whenever your girlfriend, I can't wait till you get the one, because I'm gonna be like, girl, we've been waiting on you, Lord Jesus. My God. My God.
I do get her.
Did April Gaines said, did she offer to help or did you ask for help, Mo?
I never asked for help. That's not even my style. I told her what I was doing, and we walked I was like, nah, I can't stay here. I couldn't afford it at the time. Went to another spot, and she was like, no, you got to go back to the first. And I've never asked anyone. First of all, I never lived with a woman. I never lived up under a woman. I've always had but in this situation, I wasn't living with her. She had her own house. This was an apartment. And yeah.
But I mean, guys, I was so honest with her, and I said, look, Mo is my friend, but you shouldn't be doing all this. He's a grown ass man, and you should be, if you got extra money, put that money up for your kids. All right, we got another guest on. Let's bring on Jamie Moore. Welcome, Jamie.
Hello, Jamie. Hello.
Welcome.
What's happening? How are you? Where you calling from?
Kansas City.
Okay. Kansas City.
Okay. All right, Jamie. Do you have a dilemma or a disaster?
Well, I have a question.
Okay.
What is this thing about guys message you and say, I miss you, but have no actions?
Mo?
It could be several things. The first thing that comes to mind is he's checking your temperature, right? And see how you're gonna respond to that. If I miss you too, then he was like, well, usually, I'm about to pull up, or what you doing later on, that type of thing. Usually that's a question of a statement of checking your temperature to see how you respond. You know what I mean? And how you respond is basically how he's going to take things. Either he's going to fall back if you're short, or he's going to move forward if it feels like something that, could lead to anything, could lead to something else.
What does he actually say? Like, what does the text say?
It says, hey, how are you? So then it goes into a conversation of, hey, how are you? How's your day? And then, I miss you. We need to hook up. And I say, okay, when? But it goes nowhere.
How long in between the times does it happen? This is going to tell me a lot.
Okay, so the last one I got was a week ago.
Okay.
I got one Monday.
Okay.
I got one 2 weeks ago.
So he's doing it like every week.
These are different guys.
Oh, damn. Wait a minute. Are these ex-boyfriends?
No.
What are they? Because for them to say, I miss you, that means at one time they were with you.
One of them is somebody who I met, but we never went on a date. We kind of met at a bar because we were like both out and ran to each other and just end up kind of spending like the rest of the evening together, but never went out. Another guy is someone who we exchange numbers, but we just talk on the phone.
So how can he miss you?
That's what I don't understand. Guys have no action.
Yeah, I think sometimes they just be talking. Like I got this saying, and you guys may have heard it before. Sometimes people just be talking because they got lips. They don't really mean nothing. They don't really want nothing. My mom used to tell me that. Like I would say, come on.
Or they could be going through their phone and you at a certain, I don't know what number you might be. I'm guilty of doing it in the
But
past.
why wouldn't you have action then? Why just mess with somebody?
Because I'm trying to see who's going to bite. Now, if you take too long to respond, the first person I might have reached out to might respond. Now I'm on that. I'm seeing. I'm throwing lines out there to see who's going to bite.
But I think men know that women want to be missed, right? That's just
It's
like I miss you, but you really can't miss me if we ain't really been together. So you just talking.
When are we gonna have a date? You got this one that number in October. When are we gonna have a date? But you miss me.
Can I say something? One of them hit that. I don't know who did it. One of them hit it.
The ex.
All three of them ain't gonna do that now.
The ex.
Huh?
The ex.
All right. So he got a reason to say he missed you.
Yeah. Why is he the ex, Jamie?
Come on now.
Why is he the ex? What happened, Jamie? Come on now. You can't now. See, you gotta keep it 100.
Come on now.
It was a long distance. It was a long distance relationship, and he just wasn't ready. That's all I got. I don't know.
Was it
he just wasn't ready.
Was the sex good?
No.
Not to you. But maybe but that's probably what. So you were saying that if that's happened, he may be thinking about that and he may miss that. That's what you're saying?
I don't understand why guys get your contact information. You talk to them a couple times and there's no action.
They don't really want nothing. They don't want
nothing and they don't got no action. But then they texting, I miss you. Well,
it's a lie.
Okay.
It's a lie.
It's definitely a lie.
Where's your action at? What are you gonna do?
Right. How do you respond though?
I say, okay. When?
Are you interested?
How else can I respond?
Are you interested in the guys? Because sometimes if I'm not interested, I'm not gonna are you interested? Are these people that you're interested in actually spending time with?
I'm interested in one of the guys.
Is it the ex?
No.
Okay, so we need to cut him off.
Yeah.
But let's, just don't respond to him. If he says I miss you, he probably thinking about wanting that old thing back for the moment. Let's don't respond to him. So the guy that you are interested in, what kind of interaction have you guys had?
Nothing. That's the one that we happen to be at the same place, and I was there with a cousin of mine, and he was there with a friend of his, and we ended up just sitting at the bar for a couple of hours and had a couple of cocktails, and that was it. We had exchanged numbers about a month or so before that, but had no interaction, no date, nothing happened. Then we ran into each other, had a couple of drinks at the bar. That was probably about 2 months ago. And
I'm kind of agreeing with someone here that says Latoya Janelle that says you got to cut it. That's too long.
It is. But I keep getting these every 2 weeks. Hey, I miss you.
Hey, check your temperature.
Okay, but what?
I miss you. I miss you too. Won't you come over? They're looking for that. When you don't respond like that,
I'm not about to chase no man.
No, you shouldn't, because that man ain't really men are well able to do what they want. So if they really want something, they will actually move forward. They just talking because they got lips. I'm telling y'all that is we need to cut it. We need to cut it. And Jamie, we need to wait on the guy that says less and does more. So when he asks you out, like the guy that you had conversation when you guys had drinks, if he's not, and I hate the fact that for a lot of times while dating, the person that likes you, you're not really feeling. The person that you like, they may not really like that. That's the dance that we all do, right? But
Yep.
at the end of the day, if he's not pursuing, I'm not saying chasing. I think there's a difference between chasing and pursuing. My difference is when a person is chasing you, you're also running, right? Chasing means the woman is running away, you're running after her. Pursuing means he's letting you know his intent and he's moving forward to take you out and to actually get to know you, not to say little slick stuff on Instagram or little slick stuff to the phone, WYDHRU. No, we ain't got no time for that. Now, if you're pursuing me, you're being intentional. Chasing is when I don't really like you like that, but I know you like me and I'm gonna let you do stuff for me and I'm gonna keep running because I really don't want to be caught. Two different things.
Yeah.
You do know you can block them, right?
Mo likes to block.
That.
Huh?
I don't have time to block nobody.
I'm with you, Jamie. I don't block you.
Jamie, this is the problem.
I ain't got no time.
No. She don't have to block them. Just don't respond. I don't block them. I'll let them see the Christal show. I'm fine with you watching the Christal show. If you want to watch it, I don't care, but I'm not going to respond. Don't respond, but don't block him. Mo blocks everybody. Like you go on a date. If you go on a date with Mo and he does not like you, he's going to block you.
Damn right. Yup.
No, I don't believe in that. I'll just stop talking to you. I just stop replying. So
keep watching. Watch all you want because I'm not going to respond. I also have enough self-discipline. So what I did, Jamie, just so I'll give you one of my little tips. I will show y'all right now in my phone. There were guys that I dated that I will put your number under. I'll take your name off. And you see that? No, that's like, don't answer. Now watch this. No, and no. I think I got.
I love it.
I had one that watch this. I had learned to, so all those so this guy was angry at Christian. Angry. Hey, now under no, there's probably about 5 people under that number. That means don't answer. I'm not answering you. I'm not going to block you because I don't want you to think that you got me that taken out of my enchantment. But I do put you in there as no. I'm not answering that. And I'm not going to respond to you on Instagram, but I'm not going to block you because if you want to, God may want to bless you by showing you how amazing I am and how much you messed up. I can't keep that from you. That's not what I should do. I just focus on what I'm doing. So if they're not coming to you with plans for a date, keep it moving.
And here's the other thing. If you're going to put that thing on them, expect them to call back at some point. That come with it now. That come
Jamie,
with it.
Did you put something on somebody, Jamie? Did you put it on them?
Come with it now, Jamie.
No, my dating now, I'm intentional. Definitely now, my dating these last probably about.
We can't. Hold on. We can't. The sound is bad. I think your speakers. Try it again.
I've been intentional the last 3 years with dating.
Okay.
So I have definitely been moving different, having different conversations.
There you go.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
And I wasn't going to talk about this crazy date I had, but I did meet somebody and we went on our 4th date and he's divorced.
Mm-hmm.
He's been divorced for a year and, I don't know, the dates were going cool. Our second date, he put his tongue in my mouth. And I wasn't ready for that. I had a conversation. Hey, no, don't do that. No, now. Did nobody ask for that to be a part of the party? He did it again.
Oh no.
He did it again. And it's
what did he say? Wait a minute, when you told him no, what was his response?
I'm not romantic.
Interesting.
then no. I am.
I'm not romantic. There's so many. I told him, I said, there's so much other things to do. Being like, he hadn't even held my hand. He hadn't even put his arm around me.
So he just came and forced his tongue down your throat.
Yeah, and it wasn't a cute type of. It was like a lizard, like a point, like a. It wasn't.
Well, how he get that close to do it twice?
Because I thought after we had the conversation, and it didn't happen on the third day. So, and then this last day we had a couple weeks ago, he walked me to my car and gave me a hug, and here comes that lizard tongue. And
he must not know how to kiss. He probably don't know how to kiss. There are some people. Everybody has a different kissing style.
Yes, they do.
He was married for 22 years,
and he don't know what he's doing. He don't know what he's doing.
No, he just out here in these streets.
Yeah, he don't know.
He was a good option.
Was he? What made him a good option?
Yeah, some money.
Oh,
Jamie, see, now we done going down the wrong path.
Jamie,
I'm older. I gotta be thinking about
But no, I'm not saying that. Okay, Jamie, I'm not saying that the money don't have to be there, but that's not the first thing we need to go for. We need to make sure that we got good character, integrity, and security. He got to have more than just money to make him a good option.
He was a nice guy. He's an older guy, so he was, he was nice. He was super laid back. I like a laid back kind of personality type of guy. But yeah.
Well, Jamie's being honest. Jamie's being honest, and we appreciate honesty here at Dating Diaries.
I'm almost 50. I gotta think about the other part of life.
But you gotta find somebody that because you don't want to be you. First of all, you look good. You don't look 50, right? You look beautiful, but you don't want to get to 55 and be divorced and back out in the streets. So you got to make good choices, right? We got to make good.
And I'm trying. It's rough.
It is
rough out here in these streets.
That's why we're here. That's
how the men are in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Slim pickings.
Yeah, they're pretty whack.
Well,
majority of the guys that I date, they're not from Kansas City. You know, their job moved them or something like that. Yeah, they're whack.
Well, I mean, you just need one, and they can't all be whack because you're there and you're not whack. So they can't all be whack. So change how you're thinking of it because you just need one. You just need one that's got some good, that's got good stuff, right? Do you want to get married? What is your goal? What are you dating for?
I want to get married.
She said, I want to get married. Well, have you been married before?
No, I was engaged. I was for 9 years. We've been broke up now for 6 years. And just been kind of dating ever since then.
Okay. Why were you guys together for 9 years and didn't get married?
Because he didn't want to,
keep it real.
The thing that I wanted in the relationship, he told me no, because he had a plan. He had a financial plan, a retirement plan, and it sounded good at the time, and I went with it. But then a couple of years went by, and I'm like, well, hold up. I don't like that plan anymore. Can we go back to the table and change some things? And he didn't want to. Like the house that he had already bought the house, and I moved into his house, and then there were some things that I wanted to upgrade and change. He told me no. I wanted to, have a destination wedding. He told me no, we need to go to the courthouse and do something in the backyard. So now that we're broke up a couple of years ago, he's now bought this bigger house, and now he's saying wherever. So now he is trying to woo me back, but it's too late now.
But was that the only thing? The finances and the money, was that the only issue?
Well, he turned out.
He what?
Alcoholic.
Oh, Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the issue. That was the issue. Because what it sounded like is he might just have been really good with money.
He was. He had great. Yeah, he had a great plan. He definitely budgets very well. He is excellent. Yes, he is.
Jamie.
He's still a great guy. He still is.
But Jamie, you got upset because he told you no, but he was doing the right thing.
Yeah, he was doing. We were doing the right thing.
Come on now.
We were doing the right thing.
Jamie.
Come on now.
Yeah.
So the alcoholic part, how did that affect the relationship, or was
a lot? Yeah.
Okay. All right. We have.
Yeah, it was bad. It got really bad.
Okay.
That I was just like, I can't. I gave him back the ring, and I was like, I'm done. I'm out of here. I can't do this.
So you did that because of the alcoholism, not because of him telling you no.
Yeah.
To the okay.
It was just all of it. That it was just like, this is my life too.
Well, Jamie,
I feel like this is my life.
Yeah, but Jamie, you don't want to be you. Okay, I just want to point out something really quickly. You say you want security because you're getting to the I too am getting close to an age that I don't like to talk about. And so as women, we start thinking about security. However, the things that man was doing would have secured you for the future.
Definitely, yes.
Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not bad. That's actually
good.
Sounds like you.
He still is a great guy. But I can't. I can't do that drinking. I can't take him nowhere.
The alcoholism has he gotten help for that?
No. When I left, he got 2 DUIs.
Oh,
and one in November.
Okay, well then no, we don't want to.
No,
that's not good. That's not good.
No.
So you do want to get married.
Mm-hmm.
What else are you looking for in a potential partner besides just the security? What does Jamie need in a relationship?
I need a friendship, someone who can laugh, we can travel with, we can do everything together. Someone who's patient, someone who is supportive.
Okay. Is there a certain look that you like, or a certain thing that you're attracted to?
No.
You don't have a type?
I did, but that goes out the window.
See, you got older, it done went out the window. See how that go?
It don't always go out the window. Mine ain't went out the window. I don't want it.
I mean, I'm attracted to, but I'm really attracted to a guy of how he makes me feel. If you allow me to be in my feminine energy and be a lady and treat me like a lady, you understand that I am the queen, I am the princess. Oh yeah, I love you.
It don't matter. It don't matter how he look.
I mean, you gotta take a shot.
Jamie.
Short, tall, hey. I would say from my dating, the taller one.
Your sound is going. Your sound is going in and out again. Let me ask you this, because I always wonder this with women that don't have a type. So are you sexually attracted to all different types? Like, are you going to be able to perform your wifely duties if he's? I'm just asking because I really want to know, like, when women don't have a type, what does that mean? Like, what does that mean when it's time to kiss, when it's time to embrace, when it's time to love on the person? Are you okay if it looks like Shrek?
I just had one of those that ghosted me. It was rough. It was rough. But as long as you treat me right.
Not what I'm asking. What I'm asking about is the sex, Jamie. Sounds like you're gonna be holding your breath, closing your eyes, squinting, trying not, like, it don't sound like you're gonna enjoy it.
You got a type, woman.
She does. Everybody.
I got a little type, but I mean, what's the odds? I haven't found him yet. So
Jamie, see, that's why you're here. We put you back on the right path. You gotta say what you gotta know what you want. You gotta be committed to that. and not take anything less. You got to take you because what you don't want to do is get a man with a whole lot of money and a whole lot of something else that you're not attracted to, and then not want to deal with him, and then he end up cheating and moving on, because that was going to happen. Like when the women get with a man because of what he looks like, because she wants some money, then she don't treat him like a king because you don't really think he's a king. You just want the money.
Listen to her. That's real. That's really real.
We got to get the whole package so you can be happy.
Don't rob yourself.
Happy. I want him to have, yes, be able to provide and protect, but also at night, you just can't wait to just get it off. Just get it off. Like you, and if you're not attracted to him, you're gonna be like, oh, here we go again. I'm telling you, because
no, it's true. Like, it's true.
Let me just, y'all see my honey buddy on here. I was like, woo, let me hurry up and get back to Atlanta.
See?
But I've been with people that I tried. I was like, Christal, don't be superficial, you know. But at the end of the day, everybody, I'm not saying that he has to look like Denzel Washington and Mo Better Blues, you know. I'm not saying that. Nobody has to have somebody that's, you know, but I do think that you need to be with a man that you appreciate for more than just his look. I mean, more than just his pocketbook. Because if that's the case, then you're not going to be able to show up as your best self.
There you go. And we want you to show up, Jamie, as your best self.
Yeah, you're fun. We're having good. You're funny. You're fun.
You got personality.
Girl, if you sitting across from somebody look like what I don't want to say, you're not gonna be laughing. You're gonna be irritated as hell.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, I know, Jamie. I don't want that for you.
And he ghosted me. I got ghosted by.
He probably knew you were just there for the money, and he could feel that energy.
You think he could?
Duh.
Jamie, I have a question. Where do you normally meet men? Is your dating sites, the bar? Like, how's it normally work?
I like to go to jazz live. I like to look at listen to live music, go to jazz lounges. So normally spots like that. Just out, just anywhere. I don't have a particular place where I just kind of meet somebody. I could be anywhere, gas station, Target.
Would you consider a dating site?
I have, and I haven't had a good experience. All they do is heart you, and nobody says anything.
Gotcha. Okay.
They just heart your picture, and that's it.
Well, the woman is supposed to say something first, like Bumble, right? The woman has to say something first.
Right, but then again, it could like the picture, but what your profile is saying could not be, you know what I'm saying? Like they have people that realize the right profiles that are appealing to the opposite sex.
And you got to, and I'm with T. Who the gas station was never a good place for me. I stopped. I stopped talking to guys at the gas station.
Yeah.
Just stop. It's something about the pump. People you at the pump.
I met a couple of weirdos, but they did be nice guys at the gas station though. But I don't have a particular the guy with the lizard. I met him at a live music place.
Well, I think the place is fine. I think that what I just said, like a man can feel the energy, just like as a woman, you could feel if a man is just attracted to you for, like, if he's focused in on your body, they can feel that too. So I think, you know, we all think we're smarter than we are. We all think, oh, I'm tricking him and he don't know, and then he thinks I'm tricking her and she don't know, and we all are showing up as we are, right? So if your goal is just that, the man's goal is probably just that. So you want to show up in an authentic place where you can be wanting something real, and then you're probably going to attract something that's real.
There you go.
Yeah. And I don't want that. I don't want, Jamie, I don't want your future to be like, I don't want your future to be with somebody that you're not attracted to. That's not God's best. And most importantly, it just won't work, because he gonna feel that. And then he's gonna end up, because see, it's not just getting married and getting the security, it's staying married. What you don't want to be is get with a man 7 years in, he off running around chasing some younger girl. Now you at 57 and be like, now I gotta start all over again. So just do it right the first time.
There
You
you
gotta
go.
have the patience to do it right the first time.
I'm
See that?
single, so if y'all got some friends, family.
Okay, and you're in Kansas City, and she looking for somebody that likes to have fun. What else?
Travel.
Likes to travel. Okay.
Like travel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you seem like a
Passport
fairly
is
fine person.
available.
She got a little sauce there with the T-Boz hairstyle. I feel it. Okay,
Little
Jamie.
shaved off.
I see it. I like it. That's cute on you.
No kids.
No kid. Okay.
You don't now. Are you open to a man having kids?
Great question.
I am.
Okay.
Yeah. I like
All right,
kids.
that's
Kids like
good.
me. Yeah.
Kids like you. Why did you choose not to have children? Because you were in that 9-year relationship. So why didn't you guys have children?
I actually, God's plan. I went through menopause at 28, and
28. Wow.
there it was.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
So
And I have one brother who has 10 kids. So
help us. Damn. So you got lots of nieces and nephews. I didn't. Oh, whew, that's a lot. Whew.
So I'm super auntie. I still got babies around me.
Okay. All right. Well, I believe in that you're gonna do it. You got to come back and check in with us, but start dating from a more authentic place. Ask for more than just financial security.
Okay.
Ask for what you really want. Don't respond if it's nothing, if it's no substance to it. Don't even entertain it, because you already know if he's saying I miss you, but he ain't following up, you already know he don't want nothing. So just reserve your energy for the ones that actually want to interact.
Okay.
Yeah. Mo, you got last thoughts for Jamie?
Yeah, I mean, stay on course. I mean, you know what it is. These guys are spinning the block. You have a certain age right now.
But she looked good. I wouldn't even have known that.
No. You look great, and stay
47.
You
could look 37, like literally or less. You don't look that age at all.
You know, you have no kids. Like I said, but more importantly, like the riffraff, especially at this age, we know what that is. We just leave that alone, man. Man, like I said, I don't know the men up there. You say you didn't have much luck in your dating site, but I like the jazz thing. Meeting men of an older place, not the bars. I like the jazz spots, the live music. You know, guys that they're usually gonna come and present themselves a certain way, and I think that's cool. So I think stay on course, but all them other guys we were talking about earlier when you first came on, I think you know what to do with that.
Don't block them, girl. Let them see all the flavor you bring to the table, but don't respond.
All right.
Don't respond. Well, we thank you so much. Check in with us, Jamie, and let us know how it's going. Okay.
Okay, I will. Thank you, Christal. Bye, Mom.
Bye.
All right. Thank you for reaching out.
Oh, I like our EXO family.
There you go.
Yeah. Nice. Well, I think she's gonna be just fine. She just gotta, focus on not even entertaining the one. That's so irritating though when guys do that. But
what are the odds of somebody doubling back in your life and it working out? Like, I'm not saying it can't happen because
like Ashanti and Nelly.
Oh, it's a few people, but the odds, I think how you break up has a lot to do with it.
I think so. How and why? Like,
right. Well,
guys
that's what
just
I meant to say. Why?
Young at a certain time, or if it ends but it's not heartbreaking. That's one thing. I was talking to a girlfriend today, and she said that she ran into her and her ex never had the conversation of closure, and he's now married to someone else, and they still have feelings for each other. So I think that sometimes people can, if you don't get closure, there can be feelings there, but 9 times out of 10, they're in the past for a reason, you know?
Do you think you can still have feelings for someone genuine, but
need to move on?
Well, you have moved on. You have someone else, but when you see this person, or it's just like, wow, you're kind of torn. But I guess I'm answering my own question because I don't know. That's tough, man. That would have to really be tough.
Yeah.
You really, without closure, without it's unresolved feelings, can you move on successfully?
I think so, because I mean, you know this. I never got closure from my first marriage. My ex-husband would never talk. Like he would never have a conversation. He got into another relationship, and I was in love with him for years, and I just couldn't move on because he just wouldn't like. It just ended. A 13-year relationship just ended very suddenly, and I had to get closure for myself. I went to therapy, and I had to get closure for myself. You know what I mean? So I think that you can move on. But I would say this, I don't think a new relationship for me would have worked until I was truly over that. So it took me a really long time. And I think that's probably why I didn't meet Adrian until much later, because for a long time after my divorce, I was still in love with my ex-husband, and I just didn't, I was hurt by what he had done, but I still loved him. I had history there.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But I mean, I think I prayed about it, and I wanted closure. I had to get it myself. I couldn't, because he might never have given it to me. He didn't have a problem because he had moved on, but I was, still hurting. And I did date other people, but in the back of my mind, they were always in competition with him until I was able to make peace with it and move on.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, this was a nice night. We had a good time tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really enjoyed our XO family. And thank you so much to Jamie and Debbie for
right.
Yeah, that was so dope. That's so dope. I really enjoyed talking to both of them. Hopefully the conversation helped somebody that was listening and them. Thank you to my honey bunny for jumping on also. And we'll be back on Friday.
Y'all know the drill on Friday. Y'all know what's about to happen.
We're
working through it, y'all. We're working thugh it.
Yeah. We're working through it. We're working through it Friday. And then I know I have a crazy story. We have a guest that has a crazy story, a crazy dating disaster for next Wednesday. So I'm excited. This show, actually, I enjoy way better than the recap, but we got to do the recap. And we do have a Love and Marriage Huntsville recap coming up. We may try to do that probably next weekend, because this weekend is Mother's Day weekend. So we're going to see y'all on Friday. And then we'll let you guys know on Friday when we're going to do when we start the Love and Marriage Huntsville recaps. Cool beans?
Yes.
All right, Mo. Well, hopefully we can get you we need to get you out here dating so we can talk about that, because I'm ready to talk.
What is the rush? I'm enjoying life.
I'm ready for you to get to dating.
I'm having a great time right now.
Thank you, Moadi. You guys, please I looked at our statistics and our analytics. We have 49% of the people that are watching this are not subscribed. Please make sure that you subscribe, because how else will you know when we're getting ready to drop a conversation? There may be times
exactly.
Y'all come on and subscribe. Make sure you like this chat. Leave a comment for Debbie. Leave a comment for Jamie, and encourage them. Thank them for their chiming in tonight. And we will see you guys right back here on Friday.
There it is.
Like it before you leave it.
Yeah, there you go.